Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Gina from orchidandopal.com and I'm back today with the October 2020 bargain bead box. Really excited to crack into this as usual. It's one of my favorite things to share every month because it is such a great value. So this particular subscription costs $17.95 per month shipped to your door if you're in the US. And you can use the coupon code OPAL2, OPAL2, to save $2 off your first month, which would make it $15.95. And it's really amazing all that you get in here. You get beads and findings, and they're all coordinated according to a certain theme. So let's find out what that is for this month. All right, so our beads and everything are going to be in here, and we have a list of contents and also our note to indicate what our theme is. All right, so it looks like we've got another autumn inspired subscription. We're gonna see some carnelian crystal and check glass in an autumn palette. The sky and earth will meet with brilliant orange, blue, and green tones accented by antique silver. We'll also see some check glass maple leaves and some agate accents. And then in addition to that, you also get a coupon code to use at their sister site, 30% off at beadboxbargains.com. Really awesome stuff there and a great perk of this subscription. Also, they have a contest every month, so if you share your pieces that you've made from the contents, you could be randomly selected to win $50 in credit to their shop. And all the details about that are listed on the back of the list as well. And then we find out what exactly we have in our bargain bead box. We've got 20 different items to take a look at. So it looks like we've got a lot in store. Bringing back the tissue paper bundle. The color of the organza bag is usually an indicator of what we'll find inside. It looks like we've got an orange bag, so definitely fall inspired, and maybe another one for you orange lovers out there. So let me go ahead and get organized. There's a little sneak peek of what we're going to take a look at, and we will take a look at everything one at a time. All right, guys, so here's bag number one, the first item on our list, and it's a bag containing 100 pieces of 4mm round steel spacer beads in that antique silver finish. So this indicates the type of findings that we're going to see throughout this particular month's scheme. We're going to see a lot of these coordinating antique silver findings, like it said, and like you see right here. And that's a very generous bag of 100 pieces of a very basic but useful item to have. In bag number two, which we see right here, it says it contains 2 sets of 18 by 23mm ornate round toggle clasps. All right, so very nice. We have 2 sets of clasps, another very practical, useful item to have. These have a lot of the dotted details that you can see on both of these components. And remember, you don't have to just use these as toggles. I recently shared a 5-minute toggle clasp earring tutorial as one example. There's all sorts of things you can do, like I usually say. And it looks like these are double-sided. The design is stamped on both sides. All right, we're bringing in some of our gemstones right now. In bag number 3, we have a 7-inch strand of 8mm carnelian round beads. Of course, these are dyed and heat treated like it indicates on the list to give us that even more vibrant orangey color. And there is our strand. Beautiful, genuine carnelian. This is not glass. That's why I say the subscription is such an amazing deal. And the color scheme changes every single month. So if you're not a huge fan of orange or a huge fan of antique silver findings, watch past unboxings. If you haven't already, you can get an idea of the types of things that they send and how every month is just a little bit different. So here you can see the rich tones of burnt orange all the way down to some of the really pale and yellowy orange colors, some with the different striations inside. Just absolutely beautiful. I'll hold it up so you can see the light passing through. And definitely an appropriate color for this time of year. And then we get to bag number 4. This contains a 14-inch strand of 4mm crystal bicone beads, and the color is called Peach Jade Magma. So we've got the creamy, milky, kind of sparkly, almost white tone. Then you have the light gold color, all very lustery, sparkly, and I like the combination of the 2 different colors. that creamy tone with that warm peachy gold. Looks like it'll be a nice accent and sparkly touch for some of our gemstone beads to break those up a little bit. And then in bag number 5, we have 1 meter of 4x3mm textured steel jewelry chain. Let me take that out. So we have a whole meter of this. You can see that little bit of texture on some of those oval links. It's a very easy to use size, the 4x3mm, not too big, not too small, and even big enough to use some segments as an extender chain if you wanted to do that. But a lot here to work with, and definitely enough to make multiple projects with. And then some more findings in bag number 6, we have 10 grams of 4.5mm bumpy rondelle spacer beads, a generous amount as usual. I mean, it's just amazing how much they put in this subscription. And I know they're just spacers, but I mean, really, they're not just sending you 5 or 6. You get a whole handful there. You can see that these are bumpy, like the name says, kind of look like a little coiled up rope or something. So we'll add some extra texture, some detail in our projects. Now, bag number 7 is this guy, and we have a focal. It says it's a 46x42mm chandelier focal. So this is pretty big in size, definitely pendant size, and you can see it's got all these little loops down here at the bottom for you to attach different beads to wrap around. You also have a hole here in this portion where you could hang a bead. Or like I've done in the past, I've used this as a lariat style component where you can bring a strand through there and hang it down. So you can get kind of creative with this. I like all of the detail. You see the floral and vine combination and some of the other raised detail that we also see in our toggle and our bumpy spacers. All right, bringing in another color, we have bag number 8, and it says it contains a 7-inch strand of 6x4mm crystal rondelle beads in the color green jade shimmer. All right, so this is our earthy tone, our green grass that is meeting the horizon. Just a typical strand of 6x4mm rondelle glass beads, but they are very shimmery. They've got a beautiful sparkly finish added as an addition to that vibrant green. Next up, we have bag number 9, even more findings and a lot of them too. There's 10 grams of 6mm leaf bead caps inside of this bag. And I'm not going to take these out. I think we know what these look like. We've gotten very similar ones before, if not the same ones in the past. And you can see that really cute 4-leaf detail that these have that will look beautiful on some of our larger gemstone beads. All right, and then next up we have bag number 10. Says this contains 4 pieces of 27x22mm chandelier components. Even more chandelier components. These are smaller, of course, than our focal, but they definitely kind of go along with that, being that they are a very similar shape and color. You see that these also have all these spots down there where you could hang beads from those locations, and also that spot right in there as well. There's a look at the back, not double-sided, just to give you an idea of what that looks like, but they do feel very sturdy as usual, and definitely not really thin where I could bend them in any way easily. All right, we still have half the contents to go. We're gonna pick up with bag number 11, and it says this bag contains 5 pieces of 12mm crystal matte stripe beads in the color Magma AB. So we have some chunky faceted rounds in this tone of golden orange with an AB finish. And there's a close-up look at these. You can see how they have those matte stripes around them on the top and the bottom with the hole going through the center. And then the inside, and then as you get closer to the holes, they're a little bit shinier, and you can really see that extra bit of flashy rainbow of colors kind of coming through as you move them around. All right, and then bag number 12, we have another color to look at. These are 5 pieces of 12mm crystal coin beads in the color Blue Iris. Those are very flashy. And here they are. As you can see, they've got also that kind of matte plus crystal and shiny detail with the AB finish, a puffed flat round shape with the hole that is going right through the center of the bead. And that etching kind of reminds me of a sunflower or a sun, something like that. And they are exactly the same on both sides. And then bag number 13, we have some more gemstone beads to look at. There's a 12-piece strand of 10mm crackle agate round beads in the color rust red, of course dyed and heat treated to add that very vibrant color, especially where it settles into all those veins that the agate has. So yet another orangey tone. Orange lovers rejoice with this particular month. Oh my goodness. But these are beautiful. We have again our burnt orange and all tones of orange going from darker to lighter, and also some white and some translucent, almost clear there. Sadly, it looks like a couple of mine are a little strange looking. That happens with these natural materials sometimes. Little messed up there at the holes, and that doesn't usually happen with this subscription, but I want to be upfront with you when it does, so you do know that sometimes these things happen. And there's still a lot of beautiful beads on this strand. It also allows me to shout out to the fact that the Bargain Bead Box has awesome customer service, and I've heard that from a lot of you guys, not just from my experience, but if you ever have a problem or something you get that's not right or missing, reach out to them, and I've heard that they will definitely make it right because they want to make sure their customers are happy. They do a great job. All right, so moving on to bag number 14, we have 20 pieces of 7mm leaf spacer beads, even more spacers, oh my goodness. We have this detailed leaf shape kind of carved out with the vein detail, the holes running through the length of the leaf. And of course, our similar antique silver color tone, they'll blend well with our other findings and also the theme of this box. All right, bringing in some more beads with bag number 15, it looks like. So we have a 7-inch strand of 8x6mm crystal rondelle beads, this time in the color Denim AB. So we're bringing in a little bit of blue to our mix of orange and green so far. I guess this is our sky in our autumn horizon. Here we go. So these are a little bit larger than the green rondelle beads. Again, they are glass. You see the faceting and the typical rondelle kind of compressed round and that beautiful AB finish that is giving these lots and lots of sparkle onto our denim blue, kind of toned down blue background. That's a pretty accent to the orange, actually. Those two colors work very well together. And then it looks like we've got another strand of gemstone beads in bag number 16. It says there's 15 inches of bright red orange agate round beads inside this bag. So that is beautiful. Wow, those are so vibrant. And this is quite a lot on this 15-inch strand. You can see all the different shades of orange once again, and even a little bit of the neutral tones mixed in, which we also saw in the carnelian strand. And these appear to be in really good shape. Taking a closer look at all of these, I love all the different variations of color that are in the gemstone beads. They're all just a little bit different. All right, and then bag number 17 says it contains 5 pieces of 23mm floral medallion links. Very cool. All right, so there are 4 showing the face. There's a look at the back. You can always put these back to back if you wanted to, like I've shown before, if you're concerned about that flipping over and not showing the correct side. And that floral detail kind of reminds me of the etching that we see in the coin bead, and they're also kind of a similar size. So you could maybe put these together, alternating the coin beads with the links, and make yourself a quick bracelet with just those 2 items together would be really pretty. But I think these are a great addition to what we already have. We have another round shape and similar color tone and theme. All right, so next up we have bag number 18. This says it contains approximately a 48-piece strand of 5x3mm crystal fancy bicone beads in the color sea green shimmer. That is a beautiful color combination. Wow, that shimmer is something else. Gorgeous. So these are similar to bicones where the center of those comes out to faceted points and angles, but these are a little bit more compressed and the center is jutting out just a little bit more than a regular bicone would. And it's just a lighter tone of green to add to our mix and our color palette and just some additional eye-catching reflective quality to these. And then bag number 19 here are the leaves they were talking about. It's 10 pieces of check maple leaf pressed glass beads in the color matte peridot. I love getting check pressed glass leaves in the subscription. That's awesome. They have a gold wash over the top of that matte green. I like the fact that they are green too, because when you incorporate them in a design, you can definitely play that up and definitely make it look like these are leaves instead of trying to make them look like something else, and maybe combine them with some type of a floral design or add to a larger orange bead, make it look like a little pumpkin, add a piece of wire, spiral to that like a little vine. But great for any season and just something else besides rounds. Fun to get a different shape like that, and it should make for some fun designs with this mix. All right, and then our very last bag, number 20, it contains a 30 millimeter carnelian and brass filigree round pendant. There we go. All right, so that is darker in shade, that carnelian. Let's pop this out. I'm gonna hold it like that so you can see more of the color. The darker burnt orange tone definitely goes well with the other carnelian and our round agate beads. And then we have the filigree antique silver design going around the stone and a bail already built in and ready to go. And there's a look at the back. What I notice immediately is all the spaces around this pendant, so you could just leave it like this if you wanted to. And it already has a cool filigree design, but it also gives you the opportunity to do something else around it if you wanted to go crazy and get really creative. You could definitely use all of those little spaces to your advantage and use your wire wrapping skills, your bead weaving skills to add even more to this design. All right, guys, so that is everything for the October 2020 bargain bead box. Don't forget you can use the coupon code OPAL2 to save $2 off your subscription. And November signups are starting up now, so you can go to their website, which I have linked right down below the video, and sign up for the next box. Again, they're all different, so you just don't know what to expect, and that's part of the fun with bead boxes. I think once again, it's an amazing value. It always blows me away, all of the items that you get, 20 different items, but not only that, they're generous quantities, including gemstone beads. That's awesome for the price of the subscription. And it's amazing how many things you can make out of the beads that come from one of these subscriptions, which I've shared many, many times before, and hope to do again with this collection of items, is come back and share with you guys some finished pieces, because it's always fun to see what we have been able to come up with these materials. I think it's almost like we have two different color palettes here. We have a lot of our orange and carnelian and those fiery colors, and then we have down here like the sea of greens and blues and more cool tones. So it'll be interesting to see how these pieces work together and what comes out of this set of products. Feel free to leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this month's theme or anything else you'd like to say. I want to give you guys a huge thank you for being here, for watching this video, and for unboxing this with me. If you enjoyed taking a closer look at these materials, and if it was enjoyable for you, I hope you'll give this video a big thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate that, and I'd love to have you subscribe while you're there so you can come back and do more beading along with me. Also, check down below for the links to my social media handles, because you can follow along with me there. And check out my website and blog at orchidandopal.com. Until next time, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and are doing your best to stay healthy and creative. I will see you guys again real soon, and as always, happy beading.